Good morning, and welcome back to Jodi Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are working on hashtag ABCJLC, letter T. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. If you are new and you're like, Jodi, what's the ABC challenge? In my Facebook group, which, by the way, if you're not a member, go over there and do the application to get in. You do have to answer the questions or I will deny your membership. Okay. The ABC challenge, there's a pinned post in the group that I gather prompts from the wonderful members of the Facebook community, and I put those into a random generator. The random generator then spins. We get 4 prompts. We get 1, 2, and 3 are our required prompts, and prompt number 4 is a bonus that you can use at your leisure. So that's that. I did pull the T prompts like over a week ago, or a week ago, I guess this is Monday, and I'm just now getting around to making them. I did want to share with you on the S card, I did come back in and put a little bit of white on my water. So there is that. All right, T prompts, inserting the prompts here. We have 10 thread, teal, and the bonus is tomato. Now, with where my brain went with this morning, yes, I've had the prompts pulled for a week. No, I hadn't gotten a plan. Although I was sorting a little bag of brads that I had gotten at the yard sale trip that I went on. And look at this little brad. It's so cute. So I want to incorporate that somehow. I have peacock feathers, which I think is about as close to teal as I have in my stash. And I have this thing of thread. Is it turquoise? Is it teal? I don't really know, but we're going to use it. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to do a little bit of oxide in the background. I'm going to get it wet, really create a background with my oxide. I need water. Where's my water? Ooh, that is all yummy still. I have an appointment today, so I really can't dawdle too much. Ooh, look at, I don't know if you can see how that color has pooled on there. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Hang on. Look how pretty that is. Oh, love that. So pretty. I wish I could get that marbly effect to transfer to the card. Let's see. All right. Not really, but I like the smooshy technique. So I'm just going to smoosh and dry till I'm happy with this card. And then I'll come back and I think we're going to do some tone on tone stamping and then go from there. All right, so I got all my oxide mopped up and then I had a little bit of extra water on my table, so I put it in water, then put a piece of cloth over it to pull some of that ink up. I did some tone on tone stamping, so I have 10 circles on this side, 10 circles on this side, some script stamp. I have this little X stamp that has 5 X's, and I have a little bit of water over here. So I'm just going to experiment. I have no idea if this is going to work or not, but these cards are little experiment cards, right? So let's just find out what happens. Something's falling. So I'm going to let that set for a second. I'm going to do it again over here for, ooh, is it going to fit? It's fine. Maybe I'll just do it up the side like that. Whoop. Let that set for a second. I don't know if I'm really going to get the X's, but we'll see. Let's see what happens. Look what I found when I was cleaning. I don't know if you guys remember this cloth that a long time ago I was like, oh, I'm going to mop up inks with my cloth and then I'll have this cool cloth to work with. Okay, so I did get an X there. These are just blobs. I got a couple X's here. These X's are better than these. So, but there's 10. It's 10. Okay. So I think I could put this away. I think I'm done with doing that. These are definitely some stamps I need to reevaluate this container because they drive me crazy, but you guys know these are like my mixed media mark making stamps that I'm terrible about cleaning. And anyway, but they don't fit in this thing very well, so that's something that needs some work. Okay. So I think I want to do what with this? I didn't put my stamp back. So I've used my teal as far as that goes. 10, we have 10s on here. And we need thread. So what do I want to do with thread? That's what I need to figure out. Okay, so I have here some merchant stamps by Stampers Anonymous, and I've pulled the 10 out. I have this Seth Apter Gilded Patina embossing powder, and it's got some bits in there that look kind of similar in color to what we are using. So, patina, kind of a teal. I don't know. What color is teal? Do I need to look that up? I think, well, I looked at one of my paints, and I have a paint that's teal, and it's significantly darker than this, but we're just gonna go with it because the only color that I had that was similar was Uncharted Mariner, but I didn't really feel like that was on the teal side, so maybe I'm pulling turquoise and not teal. So am I messing this up? It is still a T, but let me look it up. Okay, so teal, the AI overview, we're just gonna go with that because I'm not gonna sit here and like search in depth for teal. If you want more in depth, feel free. The AI overview says teal is a dark blue-green color named after the stripe on the head of the Eurasian teal duck. It's balanced, calming, and sophisticated color that combines the coolness of blue with the natural serenity of green. So I think we're getting there with this. That's probably not going to show in my screen, and I also have other windows open. So teal is a medium to dark cyan, a color situated between blue and green on the color wheel. So I am thinking that we are fine with the colors that I have chosen. I don't really want to go to a different, yeah, see, if it's situated between blue and green, we're fine. We are actually in this darker range here, so it's fine. I was just second guessing myself. Are you surprised about that? I'm not. Okay, I'm going to heat emboss my 10 with this patina, and then I think I want to find my letter dies and see if I can do a 10, a T, oh my gosh, a T, and then maybe we can stitch the T down with our thread, but that's gonna take me a second. Ooh, where are my rusty letters? That could be too cool also. I really like that powder. My stamps aren't exactly straight, but that's okay. And then I'm thinking somehow my T needs to be incorporated into here, but it's kind of random over there by itself. And if I put it on the 10, it's not really working. I looked at my die cuts and I didn't like any of the letters for this. The only other thing I think I might do is just kind of sketch a T and stitch it with the thread. Not sure. Or if I put this in here and then I use the thread to make the T like a little dangly bit on there. I know you guys are going to come up with great cards, and I'm going to be like, oh, why didn't I think of that? because that's what happens. You guys are making super amazing cards, and I'm loving them. So I'm so glad for those of you who are sharing. It's just been so cool. I think I might kind of like that idea. I'm going to not put any holes in my card, but let's just test the theory really quickly if I can get a hold of it. So let's do like this. So if I do something like that, and then we kind of tie that behind there, kind of hide our knot on the back side. I don't actually want to knot that yet in case I don't do this, but yeah, I think that would be fine. We're gonna do it. Yes, we are. Okay. What are we doing? I need a little bit more, I think, of that. Is my head in the screen? Sorry. All right, let's tie this in a knot so it will hopefully stay. I want that down a little lower. My fingers are not cooperating. I sewed my planner yesterday, and my hands hurt so bad last night. But it was one of those, I really struggled getting that sewn in. And I know that that's kind of a common issue with some of those of us who have hands that are misbehaving. And yeah, so my hands are like, stop doing things that hurt, Jodi. Okay, so I'm going to snip that off because it's just going to hang back behind here. I want to wrap that around. Okay, I think that's going to be kind of cute. And I may actually glue that down, but I want it to have the illusion that it's like a dangle. We have tools for a reason. Okay, so let's just go like there. And put that in there. Hopefully I have that, yeah. Okay, I didn't want my doodads there to be showing off the edge. My technical terms. Oh, goodness. Okay. Shh. Okay. So teal, 10, and thread. Tomato is just not gonna be a thing on here. It's fine. I think I'm gonna leave a little bit of a tail on that one. I think that might be kind of cute. Maybe. Let's see if I can do this or not. Probably would have been easier if I'd put a needle on it for this part of it, but I think, I was gonna say I think it'll be okay, but maybe it won't be. Mark, his hands are not gonna be much better than mine today. Some of the stuff he's been doing. There we go. That'll hold. Maybe I won't leave that tail on there. Okay. All right, we have our 10 teal thread, and the only thing I just could not figure out was tomato. Do I have a stamp with a tomato? I did not have a tomato stamp. I did find a tea stamp though, so I did some tone on tone, which is more teas. So, yes, so 10 thread, teal, and then the bonus was tomato, which I don't have, and I'm not going to worry about it. So that is our card for the letter T for hashtag ABCJLC. So the next ABC video obviously is going to be you, and I will see you guys in whatever the next creation video is. Okay, bye. So super quick at the end of the video here, I've come back to it. It needed more. It needed more, and then I phoned a friend and they said, you need more. So here we have more. And I'm going to shorten that. It's driving me crazy. So we're just going to shorten that little piece right there. Look at that. Then it will no longer drive me crazy because it won't be in the way. And I'm still debating on whether to glue my T down. It keeps flipping over to the knot showing. But I added some orange doodles with my Dilution squeezed orange. This is an acrylic paint marker. It kind of is hard to get the paint out of it, but I really like it. And then I said, oh, we need some black. So I used my acrylic marker, my Arteza. I should have done like a black gel pen. I would have had more control over it because this wasn't flowing very nicely. So like the drag, the resistance of the nib was giving me problems. But I feel better about it. It's got a little bit more interest on it. I almost just redid the card. I really did. But I'm not, because these are all learning experiences, and the Rolodex is truly a grouping of art experiments, and each piece has its own story, and I really like it. And I learned some things that I loved, and I learned some things that I hated. So, you know, it is what it is. So that's letter T, and I will see you guys in the next video. Do please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let me know how you're enjoying the series. I know some of you have said that you're now looking for Rolodexes. I will say that I did order this one from Walmart. It is not anything special, because I also was like, well, I wanted to find one, and to get like a vintage one on eBay was crazy expensive. I just could not justify paying that for a Rolodex. Now, if I find one in the wild, of course I'm going to pick it up, but to get it so that I would have it for this year's creations, I did buy it from Walmart. I can try to look and see if I can find one on Amazon. If I can find one, it'll be in the Amazon affiliate links below for you. So do check that out and see if I've added one. Okay, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.